Happy morning, dear friends. Here's yours, Dr. Ajanta. Welcome to Demystify with Ajay. Dear friends, today we are in the advanced plotting with Matplotlib. And yeah, we have in our previous, we have just had a discussion related to basic plotting functions using Matplotlib library. And in this session, you will strengthen the knowledge that you gained in this previous session. That is, you will know how to plot multiple plots by using Matplotlib, and how to plot subplots, and how to save the Matplot plots in your local drive. Okay, so let me just start it with the exact library and we execute it. And dear friends, all the plots that we plotted in the previous sessions were single plots or one axis containing two plots. Okay, so in this session we are going to discuss how to plot multiple standalone plots. Okay, so to do so we need to first call the subplot functionality. So kindly just observe here in this program. So here we have a subplot method, and that defines the position where you want to plot your graph. The exact first argument, kindly just observe it. The first argument of the subplot method is number of rows, and the second parameter here it is the number of columns, and the third parameter is the cell number where you want to plot your graph. And for instance, here we have just specified as 2, 2, 1. That means that there will be 2 rows and 2 columns. Hence, a total of 4 plots would be there. And the next plot should be plotted in the first cell. So that is what the cell position starts from the top left most, which is moves to the right and then to the left. For most of the new lines. Okay, so here kindly just observe, dear friends, what we have just done here is making it with some functionalities of mathematical square root, and we just got the values, and in that values we just plotted the x-axis and y-axis. Okay, and here by using this subplot we are just going to make use of multiple plots. And here we go, just execute it. Kindly just to see, to make a differentiation of these 4 plots, I have just given the marking. That is the marker here. It is in blue color, red color and green. And of course, kindly just observe how this is going to happen. So of course, these are the exact plot. So here you go. And dear friends, actually the idea of this multiple plot is to show different informations in each plot. So here, if we are just going for further more plots, so kindly just observe here, the next we are going to have much more as like here 2 into 3 into. So here we are just going to have 6 different line plots. And in 2 rows and 3 columns, we are just going to have it. Okay, so the 3 line plots in the first row just it just shows the square root, and of course here we have just given that 0, 20, 20, which is in the sense the square root of 20 numbers between 0 to 20. Okay, so here the 3 line plots in the second row shows the cube root also. Okay, so that is also we are just going to make use of it. So kindly just observe, let we have the both the things. So first of all, let we execute this one. So see here, dear friends, how the exact plotting, and of course we have just given different colors and different markers. So how we have just plotted, so observe it and kindly just observe the exact difference and number of plottings which we have just done here. And see here, dear friends, one more thing which we are just going to make here is so here in the first one, what we have done is in this plot we have done the square root. Okay, so here we are just getting the square root of the plotting, where we are just going to make the cube root of this functionality. So in this main, so kindly just observe, we are just going to have the x value into 3. So in the sense, of course, so when we just get, of course, the second row would have in a different manner. So that is what, which we just get this exact value. That is the plot of 4, 5 and 6 observe. So kindly have a look of that. So here we go with that y2 values. So this is what the y2 values. So again, I just scroll up to have a look here. So kindly just observe. So what are all the y2 values which we have just observed? So that y2 values alone. So the plot number 4, 5 and 6, which is just has the y2 values, which is the cube of the x values. Okay. So here we have just plotted that. And next we are just going to make it with an object oriented way. And yeah, this actually see here, we first create a figure here. Okay, we are just going to have a figure object. We are going to create it. And next we are going to add axis to the figure. Okay, so here we are adding the axis by using the add axis method. And yeah, you need to pass 4 numeric parameter to this function. So the parameter are one is about the distance from the left and bottom axis, and then the width and the height of the axis respectively. So the values passed are the fraction of the default values. See, actually above we have just seen only the exact plotting of the square root and cube root. So here what we are just going to see is, let me just make the exact figure. But here, kindly just observe one more thing. We are going to add a plot to this axis also. So you all have to do is, we have to call the plot function. So using the axis object, this plot is the same as the plot method which we have used in the previous as like pyplot model. Okay, and kindly observe what we are going to do is, yeah, each and everything we are going to make use of the x values and y values as in the axis functionality. So I execute this and observe what we get. So this is what the exact functionality. And of course here it is not yet ended. Furthermore, we are going to enhance this. How we are just going to enhance this? Yes, kindly just observe. I scroll here, and what is the one we are going to do is, yeah, here we are having only one axis. Okay, so the best thing about the object oriented way of plotting graph is that you can plot a graph inside another graph. Okay, all you have to do is add one more axis using the figure. So here we are going to add one more axis. Okay, and the method, and this sets its location to be inside the parent plot. So that is what we are just going to make use of it. So see here, for this is the exact axis which is going to be the outer parent, and yeah, this exact plot which is going to be the inside. So it is the child plot. Okay, and yeah, the above which we have already seen, the one which we have plotted is the square root and the cube root. We have just given in 3 differential marker thing, but kindly just observe, dear friends, the same thing we are just going to make use of only that in green color, and to make it use of an differentiation, we are just going to make the child plot in a blue color. So let I execute it. Kindly observe the exact. So see here, a parent plot, and here the cube function inside the parent. So this is what a function, that is, it is very much easy when you just make use of a figure with an object as in passing an object. So it would be very effective when you just make use of like this as a figure or a graph, one inside the other. Okay, yeah, fine. So next we just move on to create multiple plots. Dear friends, actually in addition to using the subplot function again and again to plot multiple plots, okay, so you can also make use of a subplot function. Okay, so that the total number of plots in the multiple of number of rows and columns, we are just going to pass it. And here what we have is n rows. N rows, it is the, actually this attribute of the access function is used to specify the number of rows, and here this n column attribute indicates the number of columns. And of course, exactly, dear friends, where we are just going to use it, in the subplot function, which going to return multiple access in the specified number of rows and columns. So here we go with this, and to this one, what we have to need, of course, we have to add plot to this access. So by returning this, we want the exact iteration through each row and then each axis in the row. So, and then use the axis plot. So method to add your plot to the corresponding axis. So the same thing which we are going to make use of it is, above which we have just seen the exact 6 plots. Of course, this is square and cube. You can also have this square plot. Okay, let me just going to make it in the multi functionality. So see here the square root function, here we get. So but what we just observe is, here we have provided one functionality, that is I just scroll the above, kindly just observe here what we have just given. Number of rows is 4 and the number of column is 2. So here we are getting 4 into 2, so totally 8 plots we are able to get. And of course the next one is all about saving. So to save a Matplotlib graph, you need to call the save figure, nothing much more the thing. So here to the last we have to call this, and this exact method, the it is also via a figure object only. We are just passing it, and you simply need to pass the file location where you want to store your plot to the save figure method. And of course here the subplot function is used to plot. Here is 2 into 3, so totally 2 rows and 3 columns, so totally we have 6 plots. Okay, so this exact 6 plots is going to be saved as a subplot, and it is going to save it in the JPG format. So very simple thing which we have just seen it. And dear friends, furthermore, till now what we saw is how the Matplotlib library can be used to plot 2-dimensional. Okay, and now we are going to discuss briefly how the Matplotlib library can be used to plot 3D plots. Okay, so the first 3D plot that we are going to plot is the line plot. And to plot a line plot or 3D plot, you need to install an external library as an Matplotlib provided for plotting 3D plots. So that is very much important. So this is what the exact thing, and all you have to do is import Access 3D and from the MPL toolkit, and here it is one among the Matplotlib 3D library. And next you simply have to import the pyplot, of course, all often which we have already seen. Also make sure that the execution that percentage which we just say, that is notebook command, because that we plot your 3D plot inside the Jupyter notebook. And dear friends, to actually plot a graph, you have to create a figure object. Of course, that is what we have done here. And next you have to add access to the figure object by calling the add subplot method. And finally, to do or to plot 3D plot, you have to pass 3 list of items to the plot function of the axis object. So here we are having the 3D things. So x-axis, y-axis, z-axis. So 3 list plot we have just provided, list of items. Okay, so let me just observe how we get it. So this is what the exact plot and is in the sense. So here if I just make use of this, So see here, you can how you want, you can just tilt it and you can just view. Yeah, so how far it is accessed, yeah, you can just view wherever in the position. Okay, now, yeah, dear friends, till now we have just seen some line plots. Yeah, let we just move on to something related to scatter plot. Before that, we want to include an data set, that is here we want to make it by using the read underscore CSV. Okay, so let me just make use of that, and of course we want to make use that data set. We want to plot a scatter plot by using the functionality. So here, kindly just observe the same thing here, nothing much more different. One and only thing what we have is the scatter functionality. And what we are going to give, yeah, the exact data. And kindly just observe, we are passing the three datas. And yeah, what are all the datas that we observe here from the bill, tip and size. So this is the 3-axis data. So that we are passing here as bill, tip and size to this scatter function. And yeah, let me just execute it and observe the exact plotting. So this is what, by using the x-axis and y-axis. So here you can just see how you can make it. Yeah, and yeah, dear friends, finally to plot a 3D bar plot, you have to use the bar 3D function. So here we are going to, yeah, of course, this is just to have the shape. Okay, so let we want to know, here it is the exact function. Okay, so this exact function, which it just has the axis object, and of course the same script which it just shows is the same bar plot, which is going to display the relationship between the total bill and the tip column of the tips data set, which we have used in the previous functionality. So kindly just observe, when on executing this exact function, what we just get it. So here x3, y3 and z3, which we are going to have it in this functionality. And of course the dx, dy, dz, these are the exact height of the bar plot functionality. So once on execution, I think you are able to understand how the exact bar plot has been done. So see here, dear friends, this is how. And yeah, so here I just show the exact axis, and you can have the 3D views. So yeah, kindly just observe, here it is the bill and tip and size, and the exact 3D functionality of this dx, dy, dz. So it just shows the 3D functionalities of that respective attributes of x-axis, y-axis and z-axis. Okay, yeah, hope, I think so you are very much interested on this plot. And yeah, here we have not yet stopped. We are going to discuss the same thing related in Seaborn library in our next session. So don't miss chance to grasp these invaluable insights. So make sure you subscribe the channel, and by subscribing you ensure you are always in the loop, getting notified about my upcoming videos. So hit that subscribing button now, and let's stay connected and keep exploring. Happy learning, dear friends. Thank you.